What is up, guys? Murderman4 here, and today I am here with a 1.6 overview. Now, I decided to make it and release it when the actual update got released instead of doing it on the pre-release, and that is why it is here today instead of when the pre-release came out last Tuesday. But, so let's jump right into it. So we have the new launcher here. It's, it has a whole bunch of tabs and different stuff. It's really different from the old one. So it says if you're online in both multiplayer and your login, and you can have different profiles and stuff. So I only have one, Murderman4. So you have development console, which is pretty much all the data that's being taken in. Local version editor, which pretty much says what versions you have been able to, that you've recently been in, I think that's what it is. And your profile editor. So if you double click, you can edit it. You can change your name, change your version. So it doesn't have the snapshots or the pre-release because the official release came out. So there's no need for any of the snapshots anymore. So yeah. And so just click play. And then that's just the launch, so the actual game will start up. Now, so here we are. If we go into options, one thing that you'll notice is instead of texture packs, there's resource packs. So that is new. Texture packs no longer work, but resource packs, you can convert texture packs to resource packs. And the difference between texture packs and resource packs is with resource packs, you can actually have custom sounds as well as custom fonts, end credits, splash texts, all that. It's a lot better. Next, there's so let's just enter the world. Now, some things in this include the support for Java 5 and PowerPC will be dropped. I think it said that in like 1.4.6 or something like that, but I don't know. Then there's some changes with the chat system. I'm not really entirely 100% sure what they are. And so let's just go right into it. So I have everything set up here. As you can see, there's not a lot visually. But there is actually quite a lot of cool stuff. Let me just delete this command block. So we have 3 new status effects. We have Health Boost, which gives you 2 extra hearts that can be regained and stuff. For every level, you get 2 more hearts. So I've given it to myself for 60 seconds. I probably should have put it at 30. So let's press this. That. Oh, that shoots far. There. As you can see, it took away those 2 hearts, but it will slowly regenerate. Let me just take this away from me. Next we have Absorption, which adds 2 butter-colored hearts, it's slightly different than Health Boost. Pretty much, the hearts go away once they get damaged, and you cannot regenerate them. So it's sort of like armor. Let's take away this, and we have the new saturation effect, which pretty much just adds to your saturation and your hunger, so it takes longer to get hungry. So yeah. Sorry, I'm lagging a bit here. It's the screen recorder in 1.6. But next we have a couple new commands. We have spread players, which pretty much you can spread all the players in your world a certain amount of distance away from each other. It's good for PvP. Next is a command I can see a lot of people using in the in upcoming custom maps and that, and it is the play sound command. So it can pretty much play any audio file that is in Minecraft. So if I press this, it'll play 3 sounds right here. It's hooked up to make 3 sounds: the ghast scream, the Blaze breathing sound, and down there it's hooked up to play the cave sound, one of the cave sounds. How you can know it, so how you use it is play sound and then the sound. And how you find the sounds is, I'm already in the Minecraft folder. So these are all the different types of sounds. And so when you get in, let's say we want a fireworks sound, you click on fireworks and it'll show all the different sounds. So yeah, it has to be done in a specific way. So firework dot, that's the you have to do what file folder it's in, and then if there's another file like an ambient, you have to type that. But let's go back, and then all these are separate. If there's more than one of a certain sound, you have to just type in not the number, and it will play a random one of the sounds. So let's play Twinkle. Sorry about that. Twinkle, and then you have to put the name of the person. Okay, that didn't work. I don't know how to do the fireworks one. I know how to do mobs though. So play sound mob dot creeper dot this. I'm assuming. I didn't search up what the creeper sound is though. Okay, let's try to find that. Mob creeper say. Interesting. Where's the hiss? There's also another file I saw that said death. It seems to just be the damaging sounds. It doesn't have the hiss for some reason. Well, whatever. We can move on from that command. I think I stayed a little too long on that. Next we have two new game rules. Game rule natural regeneration and game rule daylight cycle. So this will turn the game rule off. It will be at false. So we have natural regeneration set to false. So now I will not heal naturally, no matter what. And if I turn it back on again, I start to heal naturally. Then there's also game rule do not daylight cycle. So as you can see, sun is moving. Oh wait, sorry, it wasn't moving because I had it off. If we do daylight cycle on, the sun will move. If we turn it off, the sun will stay where it is forever. So we have that. Next we have a couple of improvements / changes with riding mounts. So with pigs and the new horses, it will now show the amount of hearts the animal has that you were riding. So if it gets damaged or anything, you'll be able to see how long until they die. Also, now to get off of an entity, instead of right-clicking again, you have to press Shift, the sneak key. Before we get into the respiration helmet. Also, boats change slightly. You used to use the A and D keys to turn. Now they don't do anything. Wherever you look, the boat will turn to. So let's get on a respiration helmet. Or rather, okay. So we see really clearly now when we have respiration on. You can barely see anything, and now with respiration, you can see. Ah! That squid came close. Too close. So, also the idea of mob difficulty changed. Now the longer you stay in a single area, the better the stronger the mobs will get as they spawn. And the better enchantments and stuff they will spawn with. So let's change myself to creative here for a moment. There's a couple of things in creative that I want to show you. One, there's a change with swords, because, you know, when you're attacking animals in creative and you accidentally break blocks when trying to attack them? Well, they fixed that now. You can no longer break blocks with a sword in creative. So if you're attacking something, you won't be accidentally breaking any blocks. Including tall grass. That's unfortunate. I want tall grass gone. Tall grass is very annoying in planes. Next, we have extra tooltips when you go into search items. It has tooltips explaining what tab everything is in. Also, with weapons, it says how much attack damage it does. Like if you left click with it. So that's pretty useful. Then we also have a couple of things with instant health and regeneration. In potions of healing or instant health was nerfed by 33%. So that's pretty bad. It's pretty much it's a third weaker than it used to be, and regeneration is now or well, I should say instant health heals a third less amount, like a third less amount of hearts, I guess you could say. And regeneration heals half as slow. So it takes twice as long now to heal the same amount of health as it did before, which I guess I'm fine with it because it adds to the challenge more, but yeah. And so let's move on to some other stuff, the new items and stuff. So all this stuff I'll get into later because it's to do with horses. But we have the new hay bale, which can be crafted from wheat, and this is what it looks like. So we have that. It's pretty cool. Can be used for some decoration. We also have the leads, which I have a demonstration set up over here. You can attach mobs to it to make them follow you. So where'd the lead go? You can make the mobs follow you. You can attach the mobs to fences, or my favorite thing to do with them, which you can only do in creative. Fly high in the air and let go. Ah, dang it, I accidentally held on again. Bye-bye, cow. It's really fun. You can make a fun minigame out of that, probably. Next, we have, let's go over here. We have carpets, which that can be of any color of wool. It is crafted with 2 of the same color of wool, so like this, and it gives you 3 carpets. And we have the block of coal, which I personally have been waiting for quite a while. Now every single ore block, every single ore has a block now. It's crafted with 9 coal. And another thing is, it has the ability to smelt as much as 1 coal block has the ability to smelt as much as, I think I took iron ingots, as much as 10 coal, even though it's only made out of 9, so it's definitely recommended that you make those instead. You'll see here that I had some clay in there, and this thing called hardened clay. If you smelt clay, it will now turn into hardened clay. I forgot to set up a thing here, but if you take any type of dye, let's say orange for example, take some more hardened clay, put it in a crafting grid, so it can work with any type of dye. You have hardened clay, or not hardened clay, stained clay, and there are many different types. So if we type in stained, this is, I guess, instead of the stained glass windows, so you have all these different colors. They're pretty much the hardened clay in stained with a certain color. Next we have here we go. Some changes with butter apples and glistering melons. I'm going to change them to survival for this. Wait, I'm just changing to creative because I want to get the good butter apple as well. I think there was also a couple of changes with that. Not 100% sure though. So now the bad butter apples are now crafted with 8 butter ingots instead of nuggets, but it is definitely worth it. And the glistering melon, instead of only taking 1 butter nugget, it takes 8. So if we eat the, it used to only give us 4 seconds of regeneration 1. Now it gives us 10 seconds, 4 seconds, I thought it was 10. 4 seconds of regeneration 2, and 2 minutes of absorption. Now if we take away the absorption effects, I think the Good Butter Apple also gives you absorption. Yeah, the Good Butter Apple now also gives you absorption for 2 minutes. So both of them do that now. We have nothing in that minecart or that minecart because I took everything out. Now if we come over here, we have a couple of retextures. Charcoal finally has a retexture, so it does not look like coal, so you won't screw it up anymore if you were originally going to. And the lapis lazuli blocks have a retexture that, in my opinion, does not look very good. They should have just stuck to the old one. Also, ender portal frames and cauldrons. Comparators react to them now. If you put an eye of ender in there, comparators will react, and if you have water in it, comparators will react to the cauldron. Now, as you can see, we have the main attraction to this update, which is the horse. So, this is just me demonstrating the leads. It can be pretty much put to any passive mob, pretty much. So that's pretty nice. So as you can see, I already have a couple of different types of horses here. There's a black horse and a donkey. Now, there are also mules, which can be created by breeding a horse and a mule. Or donkey, sorry. And, yeah. So horses, they shift-click, and you can get their inventory. But, yes, they do have an inventory. Well, not really, but you know what, I'll just show you in a second. So there are many different kinds of horses, over 40 in total, I think. And you can feed them weeds to make them grow to full size, at which point you can tame them by attempting to ride them. Once they have the little hearts, you know you've tamed it. At that point, you can stick on saddles and any type of horse armor. So obviously, the more horse armor you have, the more the more protection your horse will have. I already have one with the butter. Diamond looks nice. And they run quite fast. Also, if you hold space, that bar, where the experience bar would normally be, is a jump bar. So if you hold down space, you can jump higher and farther. And horses will automatically climb one block. Now with donkeys and mules, it's a bit different. They cannot have horse armor, but you can put a chest on them, so they have their own separate inventory. So if you're traveling, it's very useful. Now, there's only a couple more things in this update to go over. One of them is the name tag, which you can rename to anything you want. Thinking of random names here. So you just rename it in an anvil and click on anything, any mob at all, it doesn't matter what. So now we have a snow golem named Gordon. And then also, if we have hostile mobs, if you name a hostile mob with a name tag, you will they will never despawn unless you if you kill them, they'll die obviously, but they'll never despawn. Something I forgot to mention with horse armor and name tags is they can only spawn in chests found in jungle temples and everything. They do not spawn they do not have the ability to be crafted. Sorry about that. So yeah, you have to find them in chests. Another thing, chests will now spawn in nether fortresses, sort of like they do in abandoned mine shafts, except they're not in minecarts and that. So that's pretty sweet. And villagers have sounds now, which I find very annoying and obnoxious. Very obnoxious noises, aren't they? Well, let's see. One of these people have trades. He's super. Is it very annoying? Now listen to this. Very, very weird. Yeah, weird death noises. So there's only one way I can think of to destroy them. So we'll go in this review with a bang. water. Actually, it doesn't even need to. I can just put water in there and it won't actually even destroy any blocks. Oh, whatever, I can easily use that anyway, so. Okay, let me just check that I'm recording this first, because last time I attempted to record this, I wasn't recording. So, yes. Okay, I am recording. Now, let's activate it. See how well my computer in 1.6 There we go, that's better. Oh yeah, the command blocks won't get destroyed by it. What? What did I do with my sword anyways? I think I deleted it. How did you idiots survive? Gosh darn it. Hey! Gordon the Creeper survived. Oh well. Anyways guys, this was my snapshot review for 1.6. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope I gave you the information you needed. And so, Murgaman 4, over and out. I will see you guys later.